Look at it. Magnificent, isn't it? A testament to the resilience of the human spirit. A monument to our hubris. Arrogant bunch of pricks, aren't we? If the eyes are the windows to the world, then what lies in the house? And it's a very nice house, too. It's like a mansion. I don't know who did the landscaping, but it looks nice. Every human body contains within it a supercomputer, one of the most advanced pieces of technology ever devised. It has the ability to question, to reason, to laugh, to love, to create, to destroy. The computer allows us access to all knowledge at the push of a button, an infinite wealth of all that could ever exist contained within a cloud that floats around our heads. Human civilization will advance exponentially in the next decade. Our potential is limitless, and I, for one, am excited to see what the brightest minds invent and come up with in that time. Then again, sometimes I wonder if we're misusing the gift of intelligence that we're all born with. Are we so concerned with whether or not we could that we don't stop to think if we should? This is our T-Rex. Dr. Ian Malcolm decried the hubris of John Hammond in Jurassic Park for bringing dinosaurs back from the pages of history and death itself for his theme park. But what would chaos theory say about this? About Meat Mountain? I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss. But that's what we're here to find out today. If I can get off the ground. I'm trying to get up. Oh, Christ. This thing is incredible. Meat Mountain is an item that is available on the secret menu at Arby's. And first of all, let me just say that the secret menus at these restaurants is getting out of line, okay? If you advertise it, it's not a secret. Just put it on the menu. And not for nothing. Is being a card-carrying member of the secret society of sandwich eaters at Arby's really something worth bragging about? Also, why is it that secret menu items always have weird sexual connotations when it's just a combination of things? Like the McGangbang at McDonald's is just a McDouble and a McChicken mushed together. Animal style is the addition of grilled onions. What's next? You're gonna go over to KFC and you order the double penetrator and it's just 2 chicken drumsticks sticking out of a mound of mashed potatoes, and you can adjust them like a old TV antennae. I don't know what this is. But with this thing, with Meat Mountain, Arby's just threw creativity to the wind. Just throw all this shit on there. Who cares? We don't even care. I feel like somebody should set up a military tribunal for Arby's. This has to be a crime. How is anyone but Monkey D. Luffy even supposed to eat this damn thing? I can't unhinge my jaw to get my mouth around it. It's it needed to be pressed. But at that point, it's just meat panini. And that's neither fun nor sexy. Dog, dog, dog. There's dog. Mwah. Mwah. No, you can't have that. You getting close to the sandwich. You smelled the meats. Get out of here. Go lay down. How did we get here? Well, in order to understand Meat Mountain, we need to understand the company responsible for it and why this is the exact type of thing that our garbage race of dumpster creatures deserves. Arby's. According to their slogan, they've got the, quote, meats. And what does that mean exactly? Well, it means cheap roast beef and Kraft singles on a bulky roll. The beef and cheddar classic. I don't eat at Arby's a lot. I mean, they're not exactly common in my area as other fast food tends to be. And if I'm craving a deli meat sandwich, usually Subway's the better option. Or if I'm specifically craving roast beef, I'll just pay the extra money and get that sweet-ass fresh boar's head that's available at most local sub joints. And I don't want to sound too crass or too vulgar, but Arby's is stinky and it smells bad. Every time I've ever been in one, it smells like meat water. And if you've been in there, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, have you ever made a sandwich at home with deli meat and it's really slimy and it's wet and it smells weird and the bottom of the packaging always has that puddle of water, and even though you know it's just condensation with meat flavoring, you know that if you were to consume it in any fashion, you would die and then get put on the most wanted list? That's what Arby's smells like. You know what I'm talking about. The company's in an odd place with its advertising. It seems to be at both a benefit and a detriment due to its own weirdness. They're really weird, and that makes sense. Because they sell beef. Like when Maximilian Arby III woke up one morning in July of 1964, covered in meat water, he looked out his window and screamed at his pet cow Lunella, "I've got the meats now, you dumb fucking cow!" My apologies to Forrest and Leroy Raffle. Arby's is weird. They're weird. And I'm weird too. So I'm a perfect patron for them. There's an account on Twitter called Nihilist Arby's, and the company's not associated with it in any way, but it really suits them. Because when you sell beef, that's going to be an attitude you tend to adopt. Like, the earth is nothing but a burning rock, and humanity is aiding in its inevitable demise, you dumb fucking cows. Eat at Arby's! Do you think, for 1 second, looking at Meat Mountain, that there's any meaning to life? That any ounce of thought, reason, understanding, or belief in any sort of power went into this? A power except the force of will of one man to go to a drive-thru and to say to Kevin, sweet, innocent, 16-year-old Kevin, who had no idea any of this was happening, who just pleasantly said, "Thank you, ma'am, please pull around," when I got there. And I know, Kevin, if you're watching this, you were pretty embarrassed when I pulled around and you saw all of this, but it's okay. I use a higher-pitched voice at the drive-thru because I don't want my intentions to be misconstrued when I demand, very loudly, "Give me the Meat Mountain!" And Kevin, to his credit, went through this transaction with me. He took my debit card, hopefully dusting it for prints to send to the FBI. And if he did do that, hello, acting director Christopher Ray. I got it. That state secret you were trying to keep hidden behind the paywall at the secret society of Arby's, I got my hands on it. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Do you ever secretly hope, director of the FBI, do you ever hope when you find it within your soul to go to your local Arby's that they're all secretly weebs like you? Because I do. Oh, big yawn. Oh, hi, dog. You're so cute. Yeah. I know you want the sandwich. It smells really good, doesn't it? I know. I'm going to do my next lines with you here. Is that okay? What? Hi. Can I do my lines? Do you mind? Okay. It's like, oh, look at that. The social media intern at Arby's likes My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, and Attack on Titan like a normie. It's like he should be a fan of Boku no Hero Academia, Kimetsu no Yaiba, and Shingeki no Kyojin. What was that gatekeeping tweet? If all of your common knowledge of anime is Demon Slayer, Naruto, Inuyasha, Bleach, One Piece, Fate, Dragon Ball Z, Sailor Moon, Gundam, My Hero Academia, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Ghost in the Shell, then you are not an anime fan. Normies, stay the fuck out of anime. Imagine calling Fate a series for normies. I challenge the creator of the Fate series to explain any of what's going on in that shit to me. He can't. You can't. And not for nothing, if you're watching 12 separate anime series, then you are well out of normie territory and squarely in the pocket of weeb. And we welcome you. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, Arby's does reference stuff on Twitter all the time, and it's kind of adorable. I don't mind it. Normally, I'm for bullying the brands, but the Arby's thing is just kind of a charming simplicity to it. I kind of like it, I have to admit. And I'm not gonna lie, I've bought a little bit of beef on the back of them building Gundams out of Arby's clamshells. I can't deny that. I won't deny that. But is catering to my specific sensibilities with a well-timed reference to Umbrella Academy enough to forgive Arby's for Meat Mountain? Yeah, 100%, completely. No problems. You see, we deserve Meat Mountain. This culinary catastrophe confounds me. But the more I've tried to understand it, the more I've started to embrace it. And I think we all should. Get rid of the stars on the American flag and just put the Meat Mountain. It looks really nice against the blue. Hell, take it international. Get rid of all of your worthless flags with their stupid symbolism and replace it with the Meat Mountain. Oh, you thought I just meant that Americans were the rabid raccoon creatures that deserved Meat Mountain. Oh, no, friends. Humanity deserves Meat Mountain. What other mountain in the world could even compare? Hogback Mountain in Banner County, Nebraska? No, that's a bitch mountain for bitches. But if you're truly concerned with the power and influence emanating from this beast, then the only way to defeat it is to eat it. Turn the distraction into a reaction. No. I cannot. It's just too much. And besides, I've already had one. Yeah, I've eaten one of these before. The integrity would be lost to claim that it would be a blind taste test. I've already eaten one. One of my coworkers bought one for me, partially to be nice and partially as like a hazing thing because I'm fat and exactly the type of person that would shove all this shit in my face for a lark. And also if I wasn't the one paying for it. But I did pay for this one, though, so I guess the joke is on me. And I know what he did was problematic, and I probably shouldn't have allowed it without a terse tongue lashing, but I held my silence. In all honesty, this thing shouldn't even work. Piling 12 different kinds of meat and cheese in between two sad bun heels, struggling to hold this monstrosity together. It shouldn't work, but it does. Even with the distinct flavor profiles of some of the meats involved here, particularly the corned beef and the bacon, which, I don't know, is on, I think that's it. It's on here somewhere. It shouldn't work, but it does. Is it healthy? Yeah. No. There might be a slight excess of sodium in this particular sandwich. And by the time you'll have seen this video, I will have eaten 2 of them. And will have consumed enough salt in doing so to become perfectly preserved. So I could die tomorrow, not be discovered for 200 years, and I would look like a veritable King Tut. Ancient Egypt joke, got one. Why did I decide to do this today? Why did I take time out of my legitimately busy schedule to discuss the meat mountain? I mean, it's not really special. I mean, sandwiches and big food items like this come and go all the time. Is it really different from any of those other food items? And the answer is, no, not exactly, except for one major thing. If you go to a sit-down restaurant and they got some big food thing going on, like, I don't know, like eat this giant steak with a side trough of mashed potatoes and a bucket of gravy, and if you do it in under 30 minutes, we'll take a photo of your meat sweaty ass and put it up on our wall of shame and give you a t-shirt that says, please don't stab me unless you want to smell like McCormick Brown. And that's what I'm after. The reward. You see, I will have ascended Meat Mountain twice for one reason. The meat tracksuit. Arby's, I want it. I want you to give it to me. Give me the meat tracksuit. I know that you would prefer to give it to people like Trevor Bauer, but I can throw a baseball at least a third the speed he can. Just saying. And maybe you're taking a look at my sub counts right now and you're going, no. That's not going to work for us. We only give the meat tracksuit to influencers of which you are not a member of that group. And that's fair. But I could. I mean, I could get 1,000 subs. Is that what it takes? Like, if my channel gets 1,000 subs, Arby's will send me the meat tracksuit. Can we make that happen? Can we make that happen, please, Arby's? I'll do it. I'll make it happen, and I will wear it. I'm not even kidding. I have no shame. My DMs are, well, they're not open, okay? I don't want any Randys to solicit me for cheap knockoff meat-themed outerwear. I screen, but if Arby's comes sliding in, I'll answer the call. Come on, Arby's. Think about it. You and I, we're cut from the same beef. 2 peas in a beef pod. We go together like beef and more beef. You like anime, I like anime, and that's all that 2 people need for a relationship to bloom. Do the right thing, Arby's. Send me the meat tracksuit. Hashtag meat tracksuit for Chris. Everybody, please go to social media and bully this brand into giving me a lovely piece of apparel. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you hit the buttons that prove it. That would be like, comment, and subscribe if you weren't aware. I'd like to thank my patrons for making this video possible. You guys sure are swell. And if you want to be just as swell, you can head on over to patreon.com/ChrisTheNerd92 and join my ever-growing multimedia comedy empire. Links to my novels are going to be in the description, including my latest one, Cryptid Radio. There's a lot to keep up with, so if you need updates, be sure to follow me on Twitter at ChrisTheNerd92. And I am absolutely serious. Use that hashtag #MeatTrackSuitForChris. I want it so bad. Arby's needs to give me that. I want it. But that's about all I got. I'm actually going to eat this fucking thing. Now that it's nice and cold, I'm actually going to eat this thing. Do you want to see a bite? Like, is that... Or should I save that for the OnlyFans? This thing is a fucking nightmare, but it does taste good. I actually do quite like it. There you go, Arby's. I wasn't lying. I'm wearing a lav mic too, so that sounds extra gross. Bye.
You don't have to get used to Dr. Malcolm.